Welcome to the episode 103 of the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita, and let's continue the conversations about stress and relationships. Today, I want to talk about a stressor that, my goodness, people get killed for that, especially if you read novels. It's about jealousy. Yes. Why do we jealous? Well, because we do not feel that we are safe. So, and you could be jealousy in a very intimate relationship with your spouse, your partner, with significant other that you happen to be living with or not living with, but you have an amazing relationship and it just means so much to you that if you feel like they will go and talk with another person, you may start feeling jealousy. And that's obviously can be very stressful if the other person leaves the house, isn't it? All of this is really being triggered by your childhood trauma, specifically by fear of abandonment. Because your partner really reminds you of someone who left your life or they were leaving a lot. And if there was no consistency in it, it really brought so much stress and worry into your life that you're projecting now to other people in your life, even in your adult life. So I'm inviting you to really think about what kind of a childhood relationships you experienced. Did you have someone, an authority in your family, like a mother, father, or somebody who you loved so much and you felt like you depend on them and your survival depends on them, that when they leave the house, you freak out because you have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, they would come back, right? They would come back. But if they would come back not the same time, let's say one day they come at 4, another day at 6, another day at 7. You as a child expect the worst all the time. So you're already afraid that they will be late again or not show up again. So I grew up with an alcoholic father, and there were days that he would not be back home. There were days like that. And that would terrify me. Obviously, I was super afraid of my mom leaving for work and never coming back again. And I still remember up to today looking through the window and waiting for them to show up. Not like I'm saying I'm only one child in the entire world that is afraid that their parents died and never come back home. It already comes with territory of being a human being and belonging to a group. Naturally, we'll be worried about them and being jealous if they don't show up. So when you're an adult, your partner leaves the house, and you may start worrying about what is your well-being is going to look like if they start talking with somebody else. What if they find another somebody more important than you and more attractive than you? This is all going to your childhood trauma. Because if you grew up in an environment where you've been validated and you've been told how amazing you are, and you know that people are there for you when you need them, you will not grow up in the adult who always afraid to, be by themselves. When you honestly love yourself and you appreciate yourself the way you are, you would not have those fears, or have those fears, but much less. Let's continue talking about jealousy and not necessarily about, well, I'm going to leave my partner. But jealousy also could be something that has to do, let's say, with a business partner or some friend or some other person. And if you have a relationship and one of the person is maybe more achieved than the other one, it could be even simple thing, the way they look, the way their hair looks, the food they cook, no matter what it is. If one of the person in the relationship in that union is not really satisfied with who they are, they know that they don't know their value, they don't know um that they can be whole without the other person being in their life. It could be very, very stressful situation when one of the partners going out of town, one of the partners getting another job, um, another person is building new relationships with someone else. You probably already got the point. There's a lot of stress happening because of that. So how is that you deal with it? So if you in the relationship that the other person is stressing out a lot about that, they're jealous of you. And let's just, I mean, there's multiple examples, but let's just say you have a partner who is just always gets in a conflict when you need to go on, let's say, go out of town for some conference. You may be even afraid to tell them that, guess what? Guess what? Next week I have to go again for work. You're afraid that they will be all stressed out that you're leaving again. So it's not like you cannot, do your job, not do your job, but you're also afraid to leave them behind too because you don't want to see them upset. So it's very important to address those issues and say, what is that you afraid of? Because it's really about the fear. And if you usually jealous like that, it's because of the fear of abandonment. So make sure that you in the relationship with someone, if they display that kind of behavior, ask them what would mean to them, what you need to do so that they understand that they are really safe with you, that you're just not going to run off or nothing was going to happen or whatever. What will signify to them what is that you need to give them, what support, what words of affirmation, how many phone calls, how many what is that they specifically need in order for them to realize that you're not running away and they're not being abandoned, so they can function better and not stress you out by them being stressed out. If you are the person in the situation in the relationship where you are just worried about those other people, start with yourself and ask yourself what really happened to you that you are afraid of, you're just jealous about your partner running away with somebody. Do you feel like you're not good enough? Then you need to work on that. Do you feel like you will feel abandoned? Think about that. And I had a client who she was very worried about her husband is being getting another position and higher position. She felt unworthy, so she was jealous of him, like, well, you see, he's going to be in a better job now and he's going to make more money. Who that makes me? Because it's really not about the other person. It's not about the other person, how high they are or what they have. It's about you of understanding what is it, something that makes you feel worthless or worth less, uh, and whatever that you do that you think they will abandon you because you just not who you think you should be. So there's a lot of conversation should be done, especially first with yourself. It's all about communication again. You need to address the other person who's stressing out about that jealousy, or you need to really address yourself and think, you know what, why am I being so jealous? And you definitely need to have help with a coach or a therapist. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you thought that was a good video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you need more help with the coaching, I'm here for you. So you're welcome to go to my website, beamazingyou.com, and subscribe, sign up, buy my books, and leave me comments. If you have a question or somehow I can help you, please let me know.